So before my late school starters come at me for starting back to school season too early, I just want to let you know that I asked you on Twitter, did a little poll, asked when you go back, and more than 50% of you go back in August. So late school starters, please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. Today, I wanted to do some super easy and super cute notebooks so the hashtag LaurDIY School Squad can be fitted and ready to go with your cute notebooks, doodling, passing notes to your crush, maybe even some note taking. But for real, I am so excited for the 2017 back to school season. Probably also because I'm not going back to school, so it makes it a little more exciting for me. But I love doing back to school DIYs for you guys. And rumor has it that there might be a Me Laurdiy collab coming up soon. Get excited for that and we can just hop right into the video. Whoop! I'm gonna start by stenciling out the size of the front cover onto just a plain piece of cardstock paper. This will just give us a blank canvas to work on since most notebooks have a design or some kind of branding. So go ahead and cut that out, and regular thin printer paper works too, but cardstock is just a little bit thicker and won't show whatever's underneath. And this next step might look familiar from a wall decor DIY I did like a bajillion years ago, but essentially I'm just gonna messily paint on a bunch of horizontal paint strokes spaced about a centimeter or so apart. And I opted for some bright, summery colors so that when you're sitting in school, you can be reminded that you still have a fun, warm weekend to look forward to. Hopefully, anyways. I'm using regular acrylic paint, and just make sure you're not slapping on your paint too thick. If the paper gets too, okay, apologies in advance for using this word, I hate it too, but if the paper gets too moist, it'll curl up, so just be careful of that. Give it 15 minutes or so to dry, and using a hot glue gun, I'm gonna attach our painted cover onto the front of the notebook. Also, I trimmed my paper down to the exact size to line up with the black spine, but if it's not perfect, you can use some duct tape to make a new spine, even go for a different color if you want to get crazy with it. And to finish it off, I'm gonna add a little quote sticker.
Innocence fading away as we learn the truth, and we'll be anything that we wanna be. Gonna get what's coming anyway.
This next one was one of my faves of the bunch. So similar to our first DIY, I'm going to trace out the shape of the front cover onto the back of some marble patterned contact paper, which is basically just a fancy name for like a big paper roll with a sticky back. So go ahead and cut it out, and it usually comes in a roll so you can literally make so many other cute projects with the remainder. And to apply it, peel off the back paper bit by bit to stick it onto the cover. I started with the top corner to make sure it was properly lined up, and I always like to use a ruler or debit card or whatever to flatten out the paper and get rid of any air bubbles. I've tried so many times to just peel off the full backing and YOLO it, and I always get like the worst results. So it takes a few extra seconds to do it this way, but I promise it will be so worth it. And to finish it off, I'm gonna add this cute journey sticker to the front, and you are done.
Don't break my heart and turn it all around. Don't want me crazy just for fun.
You guys know I love me some watercolor, and this notebook is one that I love to make in high school. I added a bit of water to pink, purple, and blue acrylic paint, and essentially just rotated through the colors, adding splotches of paint to the front of the notebook. It's always best to work while the paint is still wet, so you can blend the colors, and the trick with this one is to only add a few drops of water, so the paint is still more blendy with the other colors, but will still dry on the cover. Because if you add too much water, it'll just kind of sit on top of the notebook and not absorb or dry. I also decided to add a new spine with some glitter washi tape that seriously outdoes the plain black spine underneath it, and you can match to your paint colors. And before adding any kind of decor, make sure your paint is fully dried, and then go ahead and add a scrapbook sticker or note tag for your subject or name. Start this next one the exact same as the marble one, but this time I'm using a chalkboard contact paper, and I feel like chalkboard stuff has gotten so much freaking better as it's gotten more popular. So this was just a whole roll of chalkboard paper that works so well on top of a notebook or binder. I'm gonna place it on the cover using the same method with a ruler, peeling off the backing sheet bit by bit to avoid any air bubbles or wrinkles. And this one was a total must to add a cuter colored spine. So I'm just gonna measure out a piece of light pink duct tape to fold in half half along the spine to create a new and improved pink spine, which could also hide any imperfections if your edge wasn't super straight on the chalkboard paper. Next, I'm gonna use some hot glue to attach this really cute hello tag I had from a scrapbook set. And then my contact paper came with this amazing chalkboard marker that was literally like sent from the DIY gods. It was 4 bajillion times better than regular stick chalk, and then just wipes off with water.
You think you'll never go down, never go.
And last but not least, I got this really cute notebook that had a phrase on the front of it. And to add a little DIY flair to it, I'm going to use parchment paper to draw out a heart that won't cover the quote. And you can also use tracing paper, but an easier, cheaper swap for this is the parchment paper from the kitchen. Once your heart is drawn out, go ahead and transfer that over onto a piece of cardstock paper to use as a stencil / essentially like a cover for the quote, so we can DIY around it and have it unaffected. So I used a little piece of scotch tape to hold it in place, and then with a gold paint pen, I'm gonna make dots all around the heart stencil, starting super close to basically make an outline around the heart, and getting more and more spaced as I work my way around and out from the heart. And that's it. Just dot away until you're happy with how it's looking. And I feel like every time I decided I was done, I'd be like, oh man, no, it needs one more, and it was never ending. But once you're happy with it, go ahead and peel off the heart, let it dry, and you are good to go.
I always thought that we'd meet again. I hope you like to do that too. You have those eyes I wouldn't forget, and now I'm just dreaming about you.
And wet. okay, committing. Oh yeah, it's wet. It's super wet. It's wet. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Just send me a photo on Twitter at Laurdiy and on Instagram using the hashtag Laurdiy and the hashtag Laurdiy School Squad. I'm thinking about doing a back to school giveaway because I feel like that's something we always do in this family on the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what you like super need to go back to school this year, and I'll do a little shopping for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen last Wednesday's weekly vlog, I'll have that link down below, and I will see you guys again on Wednesday for another weekly vlog, and again on Sunday for Sunday. Okay, bye!